Hey guys, I'm John Setzler. Welcome back to the Kamado Joe cooking channel. Today we're going to fire up our Kamado Joe Classic, and since it is the first day of fall, we are going to make some Pumpkin Asiago Bread. So let's get started. I've lit a fire in the firebox in the center here of the Kamado Joe Classic, and I've put the divide and conquer flexible cooking rack in place with both halves of the grill grate in the top position. And I'm going to set up here like I would be cooking if I was going to cook a pizza. But if you don't want to set up this way, you can put the heat deflectors down in the low position and set your pizza stone on top. But I'm going to set both halves of my heat deflector right up on top here and put my spacers on to give me 1.25 inches to 1.5 inches of space. And then I'm going to set the pizza stone right on top of that, and we're going to preheat this grill to 350 degrees. In order to get the Kamado Joe Classic to stabilize around 350, I'm going to close the bottom vent about halfway, and I'm going to close the top vent about halfway, and I'm just going to let this slowly come up to temperature. And if I need to increase the temperature, I'll open this more, or if I need to cool it down, I'll close it more. But we're going to start out right around halfway here and stabilize at 350. We're going to get started mixing up this bread. We're going to start in a large mixing bowl with 3.5 cups of all-purpose flour, 1 1/3 cup of white sugar, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 1 1/2 teaspoons of kosher salt, 1 teaspoon of ground ginger, and 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. And I'm just going to take my whisk, and we're going to whisk all that together and get it completely mixed. And to that, we're going to add 1 1/4 cups of canola oil and 5 eggs that have been lightly beaten. And then I'm just going to mix that up. Once I get that completely mixed up, we're going to add 1 15-ounce can of pumpkin. Then I'm going to add 1/2 cup of freshly chopped sage, and then 3/4 cup of grated Asiago cheese. And I'm going to get this all mixed up completely. And once I have that completely mixed up, we're going to divide it evenly between 2 standard size 4x8 loaf pans. I have greased both of these loaf pans, so I'm just going to rake this dough into each of these pans. After I have that spread in the loaf pans, I'm going to sprinkle my remaining 1/4 cup of Asiago cheese across the top of both of these loaves. And then these guys are ready for the grill. Okay, our grill is up to temperature, so we are going to put both of these loaves on here, and we're going to let these cook for about an hour or so. And we'll be back at that point to have a look and give them the toothpick test to make sure they're ready. And we'll be back shortly. We've been going for just a little over an hour and 5 minutes, about an hour and 8 minutes here. So I'm gonna take a bamboo skewer and stick it in there. That guy's pulling out clean, so I believe these are ready. We're gonna take these off, let them cool for a little bit. They smell amazing. Okay guys, I've let this cool a little bit. It's still nice and warm, but we are going to slice it open and have a look inside. And have a look at that. Does that not just look amazing? And also, it's perfectly cooked. That worked out really well, cooking on the pizza stone the same way we cook pizzas. So that's finished, and man, it smells amazing. So next time you want a nice sweet pumpkin bread for a Thanksgiving meal or any kind of fall meal, anytime, give this one a try and let me know what you think. Join us on Facebook, facebook.com/Kamado Joe. Follow us on Twitter @Kamado Joe. And until next time, I'm John Setzler with Kamado Joe Cooking Channel.